Oh, it's Sunday. I've got the other two carrying on with their big shipping case to get the crystal cabinet to England, so I think I might finish the service on the 40. I'll take the lower unit off and do the water pump. So anodes look fine because it's only done 60 hours. I'll take the prop off, and then we have, I don't think there's probably one under here, and then there's these ones here on each side to undo. Right, we got the nut off, soft blow hammer. Right, it's off. I'll just pop this washer arrangement back on so I don't forget it. Prop goes on top, then washer and nut and split pin. Right, so these bolts are 14mm. Here's the trim tab anode. It's a 12mm bolt, and there is a bolt up in there as I thought. It's probably a 14. I'll never make a mechanic. It was a 12. I pulled the rubber cap off there, another 12mm bolt that goes down over the join into the anode. I've left that one still engaged so we can loosen it without running a risk of falling off. Just rotate the engine to the other side and do the two bolts there. Well, in fact, I actually left this bolt just in, so we'll see if we can persuade this part to come free from this part. Oh, it's starting to separate. A bit more work required though. I don't want to come any further because I've taken the fairing off here, so there is the adjuster for the shifter, so I presume that's holding us up. On the 15 I actually broke the rod because it was corroded, so let's give it a good dose of penetrant. Well, the barrel nuts are 12 and the lock nuts are 10mm. Well, not having a workshop manual makes it a bit harder, but I wound the adjuster up so it's now loose from the bottom bit. That should theoretically pull out. I might loosen it off here. Well, we should be all free now. Well, apparently they've had a test fit and it does fit. So they're busy making the attachments that's going to hold the crystal cabinet in place. Matthew's doing a good supervising role. Yep. Okay, it's caught on the drive shaft somewhere up in the leg. I'm sure we can persuade it to let go. Right, it's out. All the tools are out here. Those guys are in the middle of the walkway, so we'll do it here. So we'll have a bit of a clean up, undo these, which will then allow us to pull up the pump housing, or having cleaned up that, and replace the impeller, and then put it all back together again. Oh, 12mm socket again, so when you pull the pump housing up, pay attention to which way the blades are curved on the impeller. Right, this can come up and out. And then this is actually the housing that the impeller runs in. So just checking, opening to the back, which is sensible because that's where it goes up the tube. It comes in here up to the power head. Right, well there's the impeller, so blades are curving this way, so it turns clockwise. And Doesn't look like we're about to lose any, but always sensible to change it. Now, let's pull this up. Oh, there we go. Somewhere there'll be a key. There it is. There's the key. Oh, here's the new one. Oh, there's the old one. Let's engage the key and send home. Okay, right, so it turns clockwise. This will turn anti-clockwise, and we'll get it in place. Okay, in place. Oh, there's a wee recess here about 10 o'clock, which engages with the tab there. We have a box, we have a crystal cabinet. Hang on, I'm going to hold it. So I'm going to hold it while they put it in place. There we go, we're having a discussion as to who's got what.
We're rotating in a different direction. Oh. The net effect's the same.
Trouble is the forecast is lousy, so I want to get it back up to Granddad's place and into the garage.
Your piece of wire that's polystyrene yet.
She ends up putting the stainless steel cup, I suppose, into the housing, locating the tab into the recess in the housing, and then popping it back on again. So we're ready to bolt up. I think we'll go find some stuff to go on the threads. So Kit would have had a new O-ring, probably a new stainless steel cup, as well as the impeller, and probably another Woodruff key, but not available. And we'll use some Tef gel, anti-seize, anti-corrosion on the bolts. Bolts are done up to a very precise torque level, and I've greased the shaft. Add a bit of grease in here to help get the water pipe inserted. I've got Tef gel on the bolts. Right, I have it in place with one bolt done up vaguely. Now we need to go and get this box and crystal cabinet up to Granddad's and off the truck before the rain starts. We'll leave that project at the moment. The box is all covered up, so we're about to head off. So I've done up these two bolts. They've got Tef gel on the threads. This one in here, which is under the trim anode, and that one down there. They're all 12mm sockets required. It's rubber covers in. I've got the gear linkage connected. I don't know if it's adjusted correctly until I put the prop on, and I haven't run the lock nut down. I have reconnected the hose there though. He's been helping the Admiral and Stuart get things ready for Christmas Day, because it's Christmas Eve today. So I'll grease the spline, pop the prop back on. As you can see, I've got the trim anode in, and there's a bolt underneath that which is in. And with Matthew's help, we're redoing the wires and the steering cable along the gunnel. But dinner's ready, so we better attend to that. Oh, it's Boxing Day. I had a wonderful Christmas day with my brother and his wife. First time we've managed that since 1997. Unfortunately, my back has been playing up a lot for the last week. Really went to town yesterday. I carry on tidying up the wiring and steering and everything else, because I can do that standing up easily. I might get Matthew to pull out the switch panel, see what's going on there, because at very least we need the bilge pump. The switch panels, switches are falling apart. So we've checked their fuses, they seem to be alright. I've got the pipe work spiral wrapped in a reasonable fashion. I will replace this old fuel water separator. Wrong sized threaded hole. That's what's come off. That's the new one. Not going to fit. Well, no success from the fuse panel end, but down there's the bilge pump. And here's the join. So we will open her up here and see if the bilge pump's working. Okay, right, well, not working, and the impeller doesn't turn, so that's probably the reason. Seeing as we need a new water fuel separator and a new bilge pump, we'll do an oil change. So up in here is the drain. Right, here's the oil filter, and we should have the correct one. Here's what was bought from Yamaha. There's the fill. The yellow handle is a dipstick. I've got Matthew doing most of the hard work. I can use my back as an excuse. Right, well that oil filter was done up really tight. It took a bit of an effort to undo it. Right, new one. Right, as we've done the filter, it's 2.2 litres. So this jug holds a litre. Right, oil's full, checked, engines have been turned over, make sure oil is circulated and filled the filter up. Linkages have been lubricated.
Close.
Yep, here we go. And the lever. Right, we should be finished in there. Well, rain was forecast, but it was supposed to be easing off this afternoon, and it has not so far. So we're about 4 o'clock, and it's been pretty misty and humid all day. As you can see, the rain's eased off, just about blue skies. Oh, the rain stopped, it's cleared up. Humidity's down a little bit. Quite pleasant now. Oh, Matthew's off to Auckland, and then Going to Nelson for New Year. Bye, Matthew. Right, so I've recovered enough to go back to work. So we will put the new bilge pump in and a few other things. Right, new bilge pump and a filter with the correct thread. So these are the 12 volt feet at the switch panel up the front, and it comes all the way back up the conduit, which is inside the gunnel, and to the bilge pump with waterproof connector. I've pushed the join up inside the conduit. I've got the switch panel back in, so currently bilge pump and depth sounder are working, as is the accessory plug. Yep, we should be able to hear the bilge pump. And depth sounder. Oh, that's certainly enough to be useful. Oh, that's not particularly neat. We'll sort out some other stage, but it's off the floor. I have hosed out the boat. So much stuff, it's clogging up the transfers across, but it'll get there. Oh, this is the one I bought in Era, bigger centre hole, and this is the correct size one. A bit of oil on the rubber seal, and then it goes in here. Right, we need to fill it up. Right, well, we have the fresh water connected. Theoretically, we're almost ready for the water. Might shift some things so we can actually get the boat out though. Oh, I think we've got a fighting chance of getting it out. Trouble is I don't want to shift everything because I've got nowhere else to put it. It's all tidied up, so we'll pull it forward. I've got fuel tanks to fill up that one, and a pile over here. I'll just go straight forwards. Easier to put it back in its hole again. And here we go. First time it's seen the light of day for a while. I suppose I could do a bit of a sweep up. Oh, that's looking tidier. So we'll put the fuel tanks in the truck to fill up. Well, if I fill that lot up, that should keep us going for a while. Outboard and blower and other petrol powered garden tools.